We have so many amazing qualified Black women running for public office, and Stacey Abrams, Cheryl Beasley in North Carolina, others proved their mettle.
Hey, GRIO fam, it's Gerren Gaynor, managing editor of politics and Washington correspondent at theGrio. And I am here with Wiley, the president and CEO of the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights. Ms. Wiley, welcome to theGrio. Again, always a pleasure to have you.
Always a pleasure to be with you as well. Thank you for doing this.
I want to talk about Stacey Abrams. So many were hoping to see her become the first Black woman to be elected as a governor ever in the history of the United States. She was unsuccessful for a second time. Were you surprised by the result of that race?
Well, you know, I think it's hard to say I was surprised. I think as we were seeing, if polling was accurate, we knew that it was going to be a close race and an uphill battle. But here's the thing. We have so many amazing qualified Black women running for public office, and Stacey Abrams, Cheryl Beasley in North Carolina, others proved their mettle, proved that they have what it takes not only to run great campaigns, but to have policy solutions that matter for our people. And I don't think any of them are done or gone, because I think the proof point is that they have a tremendous amount of support, and they've done it by actually meeting people in the streets, meeting them where they are, understanding their problems and bringing solutions. And so I would say we're not saying goodbye to any of these powerful leaders who ran for office and who will not disappear on the landscape of a just and fair country for Black people.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned Cheryl Beasley. Another Black woman who ran for statewide office was Val Demings. All three, Abrams, Demings, Beasley, were seen as viable candidates, Black women who could have made history, who were unsuccessful. I've seen punditry already that about whether or not Democrats put enough money in races like in North Carolina in the Cheryl Beasley Senate race. Do you think enough was done to support these Black women candidates? And is there a worry that because they were unsuccessful, that major parties will see Black women as not viable candidates in the future?
Well, I think anybody who looks both at the power of Black people, the important role that we play when we show up at the polls, and also, frankly, Generation Z and millennials, who are the most diverse in the country, large numbers of Black youth showed up to the polls. It would be a mistake for anyone of any party to write off these powerful Black women, to write off Black candidates ever. And to suggest that anyone who runs great races, all three of them ran great races. All three of them showed they had what it takes. And all three of them aren't going away. And so if we're not continuing to invest in our pipeline and our leadership, and if all parties don't recognize that they need to earn the votes of Black voters, you know, then I think they're going to start to learn that that's not a winning combination. And so we're going to stay focused on the policies and helping people get to the polls so they can voice their own decisions about who leads them. And I think that means a bright future for Black candidates.